do my best. I will.
It could be a little windy at times.
Okay, I'm going to call the meeting back to order. Our last candidate showed up, Brigid, welcome.
Thank you.
What we're going to do here is we got 5 questions that you have in front of you. We're going to each read one to you, and you can take your time to answer them. We'll start off with question 1.
Please tell us about yourself, your background, and why you believe you would be the best qualified to serve as a council member for the city of Ione.
And first of all, I'd like to thank the council for interviewing me. My background is I worked for the state for 30 years. Am I too close? And I've been involved in communities in the places I've lived in El Dorado County, in Sacramento County, and now Amador County. I was volunteer for WEAVE in Sacramento County, and I court-appointed advocate in El Dorado County, and I'm on the board of directors for Operation Care in Amador County. Also, during my time of employment for Department of Corrections, I was involved with the City of Ione for various issues with that particular department, with your prison located here. So I'm aware of things in Ione. I moved up here a year ago with my husband, and we're enjoying the community. And I think that in the year I've been here, it's a very small town, which is nice. A lot of people are moving up here. There's a lot of new houses being built. And I think that the city of Ione has a lot to offer people, but I think there's more we could do for the small businesses, such like the Frosty Place that went out of business and things like that. And also for the community itself that have children. A lot of people are up here that have retired, moved from the Bay Area, big cities. So there's a lot of things already here. And there's also a lot of things I think that can become more of City of Ione without losing the intimacy of a small town.
Thank you.
Question number 2, do you have specific goals you want to achieve in the 4-year term of this appointment? And do you have longer term goals that you would like to see the city move toward in the next 10 years?
Some of the specific goals I think would be to look at maybe a youth center that's closer than Jackson or other areas for the children and the teenagers. There's and I think that we could add a little more to the parks, like the park on Shakely and Fairway, maybe make a half basketball court because there's a lot of teenagers that go there and things like that. I think that there, and to improve again on what the community would like to see the City of Ione do, to more encourage the community residents to be involved, and achieve for maybe having some of the businesses, the bigger businesses, like contractors, etc., that are building homes around here, to help facilitate some of the improvements that maybe we could do because they are located in this area and they have the means to help the city become more of a more community-oriented for the families that are moving here. Granted, there are a mix of retirement people and people that are coming with small children and teenagers, etc. So I think that for the 4-year term, I think that would be something that we could work on. Also, I believe that since a lot of the staff at the prison are residents of City of Ione, that they too could help with some improvements for donations and things like that. I know it's a state entity, but there are ways to have them assist in sponsoring things. For the next 10 years, I would think that the whole purpose of why people move here is for the intimacy. And I think in doing that in the next 10 years, it would be to maintain that intimacy, but still make it a desirable place for people to come and live and raise their families or retire and enjoy knowing the people next to you at the table when this pandemic was all over, for people to know each other and get to know each other and things like that. The intimacy, I think, is important. That's why people move up here. I think it's very important to people to come out of the big cities into towns like this. I also resided in Cameron Park, and so I think that's what people are looking for. And I think for the next 10 years, we do have to, I know, probably make room for more homes, like the ones being added on to Wildflower and the ones over by Castle Oaks. But at the same time, maintain and make sure the residents that are already here stay here and have opportunities to enjoy the town.
Thank you.
What do you see as Ione's most pressing issue, and how can you be a part of the solution to help solve it?
What I've read is it seems to be forever going on is your sewer issue with the prison into the water system. Also, I think that there are vacant buildings around the town that we could maybe work on to improve or advertise or get sponsors to come and occupy those buildings for businesses. And I think that to solve that, I think we could show how the city of Ione supported their local businesses during this pandemic, because we all did. And I think that part of my asset to solve issues with the sewer part is I have contacts in the Department of Corrections that might be able to help get notice more that this is a pressing issue for this city and what we need to fix it. And the also is that I think when builders want to come and build, or anybody wants to come and build, that we make sure that they add something to it to help the city, like a small business or a park or something that helps the residents of the city.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Number 4 here, if you are appointed to city council as a prospective council member, are you currently aware of any potential conflicts of interest which would prevent you from fully participating in council decisions?
No.
Okay, forget the second part of that. In addition to regular council meetings, you'll have committee assignments that involve both daytime and nighttime meetings. Do you have the ability to fulfill this requirement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Diane, last question.
Last question. How many local committees or service boards have you been involved with in the last 5 years? And do you regularly attend the city council meetings?
I have been involved with Operation Care for Amador County for the last year and a half. I was appointed to their board. And now I've only listened to 2 city council meetings. And I have been involved in other counties. El Dorado County, I was a court-appointed advocate for 3 years. And again, we've in Sacramento County for 2 years. And then I was also a volunteer at Mercy Hospital for the elderly and the NIC unit. And those kinds of things, I've always been involved in the communities. I served on boards not for a community, but for sports. I was the president of Ponderosa Little League for 3 years in El Dorado County. I was also the president of the girls softball team in El Dorado County. My children are all grown now. And I was also president of the PTA for their schools when they were attending school. And in the high school, I was on their boards for grad nights, etc., and things like that. So I've been involved in all the communities I've lived in various aspects.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, with that said, do you have any questions for us?
If by chance I'm not selected as a council member, I'd like to have you keep my name in mind for other committees that I could participate on or help with. I really do thank you for your time for interviewing. I appreciate the time and giving me the chance to present myself to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh,
You can stay there if you want, because you're our last one, or you can sit in the audience chair, whatever you'd like.
oh. Do we wait for something?
Well, actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up to public
Oh,
next.
okay.
And make a choice, so.